Hello and welcome to Magzie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Warframes. We are on Vault. Um, now, today's video is going to be about Master Rank and Affinity and mods, and I'm also going to go over a little bit on the star chart. So we're going to get all that worked into this one video. The first thing you need to know is Master Rank. This is your little uh, tab here that shows all your information on it. Shows your name, your actual rank here. You can click on click on show profile. Takes you to here with more in-depth information on it. And it also shows you all the weapons that you have equipped and their rank. And the warframe you have equipped. So all the details. And if you're in a party, this information will be up here too. It'll be that little closed window there. When you scroll over the actual window, it'll show you the information about that person. Um, this little bar under here is your actual mastery rank. All right, mastery in Warframe is a total amount of points for completing stuff in the game. So whenever you do stuff in the game, like a mission that you haven't completed before, or leveling up warframes, weapons, companions, that kind of stuff, anytime you do that kind of stuff for the first time, you get mastery points. Those mastery points go into your ranking. All right, the whole mastery thing is divided up into ranks, and every rank that you go up, you get benefits for that in game. Uh, there's no way to fast track that. I mean, there's in-game stuff that you can do that you can just play and do it, but there's no the there's no real way to like there's no way to pay for that kind of thing. Now there are boosters that you can get from the store that boost like affinity for your weapons, which makes when you level weapons faster, you'll get mastery faster and that kind of stuff. I will leave a link in the description down below for affinity and mastery rank. You can look up what all gives you mastery rank points and the different ranks. But all you need to know right now is every time you fill up this bar here, you can rank up. All right? And that's what I'm going to show you today is ranking up. Now each rank has its own actual test. All right? Before you go into the actual master rank, you have to have all of your weapons equipped. All right? All three of them. And then you'll come to here after your bar's filled up. And if you are in game, you'll see that little icon right up there above escape. And that means that you are ready to rank up. So, you want to click on this, and it'll take you to this screen right here. You have qualified for the Mastery Rank 1 test. You can only attempt this once per day. It means once per day. You have to wait 24 hours if you fail the test. Alright? Are you ready to become Initiate Rank? And you just click yes. The rewards for doing that is you'll get +1 daily standing limit. You'll get plus 50 void trace storage, which I will go into that a little bit later, and also +1 base mod capacity, which we'll go over that when we get into the mods. Right now you just want to click yes, and it'll take you to a special little area for your test. So it's going to want us to kill stuff with our primary weapon. So it's just like if you were in a mission, and you are timed on this. So as you can see over on the left hand side, it shows you what you need to do to complete the mission. Now, the more powerful your weapon is, the easier, well, not more powerful, the more damage that your weapon deals, the easier this is going to be. Yeah. So, I'll reload. You gotta be careful. You are timed on this. No, we don't. Now they're just being derps. Come on. There we go. And when you're doing this, it's better to switch targets than try to chase people. So don't do what I did. Switch to another target, take that down, and when he pops back out, attack him. Now, if you complete it, you'll get this screen. It'll tell you your new rank. It'll again show you the rewards you get for that rank, and then you press continue. If you don't complete it, then you'll get a screen telling you that you failed and that you have to wait 24 hours. When you come back out, there'll be a little timer in game on your screen that'll tell you that'll show 24 hours. You have to wait for that timer to go up. We, however, didn't. So now if I go up here and we scroll over this, we can see we got just a little bitty bit of a bar there. Okay? So, and in your star chart here, you will want to complete the star chart here in order to get mastery. It's one of the ways you can get mastery, and you'll want to do that. Also, you have quest at the beginning. Okay, so we can't do evasions yet, but there's like a quest line for you in game to get you through the initial parts. So the first thing we need to do here is the Venus Junction. If we go over to the Venus Junction here, you can see that we need to collect 20 mods. That you just get those from killing enemies. We have to complete Vor's Prize, which we already done. That's just the starting quest line, the tutorial quest line. We need to apply 4 mods to a single warframe or weapon. Alright, so you visit your arsenal to do that. You want to upgrade any mod to rank 2 or higher through the fusion process. Alright, so I'm going to show you that in a second. That's why I'm going over mods with you, so I can show you this right here. And it shows you the rewards for completing this junction. Now when you go into this junction, you'll have to fight somebody. And I'm going to do all the rest of this stuff off camera. I'll probably unlock as much of Earth as I can on here. And I want to go ahead and go over Cetus with you guys too, because there's a special quest line in Cetus you can do. So I might hold off on doing Cetus, although that means I can't do any of this stuff over here. So if I have time in this video, we'll go over that. Oh, my phone. I swear to God. It's going to go off in 5 more minutes. Hold on, guys. Let me disable this so it doesn't do that again. Yeah. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. So. No, I hit the wrong button. There's more than one junction on here. You can see the Mars junction here, and it says we have to do the Mercury junction. So if you go to Venus here by clicking on, oh, it won't let me do that. Go to Venus here. There's a Mercury junction here, and you can't see what it requires until you get there. All right, but you can go online and look that up. So if you're interested in that, go online to the wiki, and I'll see if I can leave the junctions page if there's one on the wiki down in the description also. I do want to do that. Let's go over the mods. So, one of the other ways that you can get mastery is by leveling up your weapons. Now, I'm going to take these back off here. So, we want to actually equip 4, so we're just going to put this on here. It doesn't really matter here. That gives us 4. As we see, we completed that junction requirement there. And we can take it back off now that we've completed that. So, because we don't really need that. It doesn't actually give us but 2 more bullets. It's not worth our time for that. And the rest of these aren't worth even leveling up because they're flawed. But at the bottom of this is your affinity bar. As you use your weapons and your warframes and your companions, you will gain affinity for those. There's also other stuff that you can actually do. If we come down here to select mode, there's concave, and when you unlock archwings will be in here too. We can click on this. You can see it's basically a loadout for if you do PvP. options. Show you guys this right here. There we go. And then in here will be actually your landing craft will be in there where you can switch it up. So that'll be also be in here. Um, Spoiler warning. All right, spoiler warning. So if you don't want to hear this, mute it for like 30 seconds. Once you get your operator will be in here also, and whatever spec that your operator is functioning in, that will be in here also. I'm going to go over that a little bit later because it's not like beginning game kind of stuff. So just don't worry about that. Oh, when you're ready to upgrade your mod, you come over here. This is your mod section. We had this unlocked last episode, and we don't want flawed mods. All right, so I want to look at one that we can actually. Here we go. So this is one that you'll Fury, also one that you'll probably want to upgrade because it's not flawed. Um, Attack speed basically means more damage. What do I have? Electrical, flawed electrical. But I need. Dang it. if you're wondering, I need specific. I'll show you in a second. So you can click on this. You have options up here. You have fusion, transmute. If you click multiple ones of these, there you can transmute them into a chance to get a rare mod. You can sell it for credits, or you can sell it, or you dissolve it into Endo. Endo is the currency right here, and Endo is what you use to upgrade your thing. So if I click plus right here, it goes up one rank. See, this is unranked, 40% ranked. I get 80%. Right, and the drain here is the actual cost on the actual form. I'll go over that in a second. And then you can apply the fusion. It takes a lot to get redirection maxed out. So just so you know that we're not going to upgrade any of it right now. Just let you know that's how you do it. You can also separate this into different stuff. Exilis mods are actually a different type of mod. There's also Rivens, which are really powerful mods that have to be unlocked through doing a special little challenge quest to unlock them, and they are for specific weapons. Every time you unlock it, it'll be for a specific weapon, and then you can either use it or you can't use it, and you can just sell it, or you break it down into additional endo. You can also fuse Rivens in. I think it requires 4, but you can fuse Rivens into a new Riven if that's something you're interested in. If we go into here, this mod capacity here is the default mod capacity for your things. As you see here, this one is 0 out of 6. I have 4 points here, and I have 2 points here, and this gives me 6 whole points. That's what drain is. Drain is the amount of mod capacity that you take off of your actual weapons and companions and warframes. In this screen, there's other stuff you can do. This is the Exilis slot. If you get Exilis mods, which we have some flawed ones, if you get those, this is not unlocked by default. You have to unlock this slot, and that requires an Exilis adapter, which are really hard to come by. You can buy them with platinum. You can get them from events and other things, but if you do have a chance to get this, get it. You can also get it from certain alerts and missions from your navigation screen. All right. Down here, there is little options here. There's territorial. You can remove every mod that's on your screen here. You have a section that goes to your mod thing. And you also have actions. In this screen, you can auto install your mods. Never do this. You can equip a Orokin reactor or an Orokin catalyst. If it's a warframe, it'll be a reactor. If it's a weapon, it'll be a catalyst. That's how you That's how you can remember it in your head. If you have Forma, you can polarize this. Once you get your warframe or your weapons to the maximum of rank 30, you can actually format it and put a polarization on it. See these right here where this one says minus and this one right here says, let's take these off for a second so I can show you this. This one says minus, this one's a V slot. There's actually a name for these. It's motorized. I cannot pronounce these, so don't start, all right, guys? So they have names. I'm going to show you the names. You can try to pronounce them if you want. And uh, basically, for those people who are challenged in pronouncing stuff, this is the V slot, this is the D slot, and this is the minus slot or the negative slot. That's how, remember? And this is the exotic slot. Here, you can also have this slot here is for auras, which I don't have any of right now. You won't have at the beginning, but this is a boost, a mod that boosts like an area around you. It can either put a debuff on enemies or it can do a buff on party members depending on what you run. It can also affect certain aspects of the game, like showing up loot or enemies on the mini map. Just depends on the mod. Lots and lots of different mods for it. But this slot here is polarized, as this is a non-polarized slot. This is a polarized slot, and if I take, say, Theswit here and I put this in a slot, it reduced the drain of this thing. See, the regular drain on this is 2. If I put this in here, it's going to make that 1. Let's see, the equilibrium here is 4. If I put this on here, it's going to divide that in half and make it 2. So what polarization does when you add format to your thing is it makes the mod that you put in that slot take half as much, but it has to match that polarization. All right. There is a new format called the Aura format, I believe, and that just makes this slot actually compatible with any aura, and it'll boost effect. The aura slot is slightly different here. If I had an aura, I would show you. When you put an aura in this slot and it's polarized, it doubles the capacity. And whenever you put a mod into your aura slot here, it actually adds capacity here to your warframe. It also does that with melee weapons if you're using a stance. So that's slight different from the actual polarization in these, and actually this one right here. Let me move my mic up a little bit. So that's about it for these specs. I will go into specs a little bit later. Just don't fall for gimmick specs. All right, don't fall for gimmick specs. All right, most of the players that make videos on YouTube have been doing it for 4 or 5 years. They have maxed out mods, maxed out slots, and their warframes that they show you in their actual videos are going to work dramatically different from yours. You're not going to be able to get these mods up to the levels that they have them. You're not going to be able to, not at the beginning. All right, so just upgrade what you can when you can, and when you get to the point to where you actually max everything out, then you max everything out. Then don't try to rush it. I think that covers everything for mods and Affinity and weapons and stuff. Don't forget that if you will get extra Affinity on your if you have 1 or 2 equipped. Remember, it gives you 100% to all your weapons, and that 100% will go to 1 weapon if you got 1 weapon equipped. It divides that up depending on the weapons that you have equipped. You also get bonus Affinity for your companions attacking, so just be mindful of that. Now, the last thing I want to go over with you guys while we have time is I need to do this. All right, so when you first go to Cetus, I'm going to unlock Cetus with you guys. I'm probably going to do the actual mission off camera, so you guys will need to do that on camera. But let's go down to Cetus right here, and we'll end it on Cetus. Hopefully it does not tank my FPS. Let's go to a calm. Now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure about this, but I believe you have to do your first initial mission by yourself down here, or bounty. And then once you unlock Cetus for bounties, you can do missions in a group. I would just unlock Cetus and then go and level up. Don't stay down here and try to do missions down here with unleveled warframes. Just don't do it. You just going to end. It's going to end in pain and the misery for you. And there you go. So that you don't go through that every time. So don't worry about that. Just the first time you come down, you get that, and then you're on Cetus and you've unlocked it. Now, there's an objective when you first get down here. As you can see, it's on your map there. You will have to go there. You can fast travel to him by just clicking on his name here. So instead of having to run all the way through the town here, you can just take a shortcut. We'll go ahead and run through here for the video purposes. It is a little bit laggy on the planet here. This is like a free zone. Um, this it's called a free zone, but like it's still you can only have in here. It's a free area. Out there, you still only have 4 players. Whenever you go onto a bounty in the mission, when you go out there, and I'll show you that in a second. No, I won't go out there in a second, but I'll show you what that does here. So this is Kanzu, and you talk to him. Okay, so we it didn't count as speaking to him. You can talk out loud because I'm recording. I need to know the information. What? I did that. Oh, I clicked on this thing, so it's now a million years for it to get off of the screen. There's a special event that's going out right now, and if you can level your warframes out fast enough, definitely do the event. You can get basically free forma. I mean, it costs you in-game currency, but yes, it does. It costs you standing, which is currency. Basically, do the missions and you rank up your standing. Once you get the max rank, you get access to the forma in their store. So, and then you do the mission over and over again to get standing, and then you can buy the forma without having to actually make the forma. And as I've already went over with you guys, you use forma to put polarities on your warframe so you can equip more mods, basically. But supposedly we have to go here to bounties. This is your starting prove yourself bounty, and you just click it. Now it's on your list, and you see there's a timer going off, and you have to come up here. Now I'm not going to actually go out here and do this on camera, but this thing will open. This is your waiting area. If you're doing it in a group, you go in here and you go over to that door, and down in the left hand corner here you'll get like a little octagon loading little thing, and once that loads you'll be out in the actual plains of Eidolon. We're going to stay in here, and I'm going to end the video in here. I'm going to do that off camera. It's a nice little quick little bounty. Come down here, do it. Don't stay down here and try to do bounties, alright? Make sure you get you some good weapons and stuff before you come down here and do this, or at least get you some mods and put them on there. going out there and trying to kill stuff out there alone. The last thing I can tell you is make sure that you get into a clan. All right. I do have a clan. We don't actually. It's just like a family clan. We don't like actually invite like regular players, just like friends and family and that kind of deal. But there are clans out there. Join one. Make sure they have the stuff that you want unlocked on them, and hopefully, if they're a good clan, they'll help you out and fast track you through the solar system. And cross your fingers. Anyway, guys, that'll cover it for today. I'm going to do this mission here, and oh, there's one more thing. Shoot, Leaf Cetus. I forgot to show you guys this. Your little mission here, the night waves. Kind of went over this last episode. I have done one mission here. I want to do some more of these, but I don't know if there's any of these I can actually do. Um, ooh, mark mods or resources. We can actually do that one. I need toxic for gas, and I don't have toxic. So your first rank in this is 100 Nora credits. And if we go to credits offerings in here, the store has Orokin reactors and Orokin catalyst in here. And I believe they're pre-made, so you just buy them in here. You can buy them from credits. Now, these are 75. Your first initial Nora credits are only going to be 100. So you're not going to be able to buy both. I would get the reactor first if you're going to keep the Warframe you started with as your main. Alright? As your main. I would not buy any catalyst and put them on any of your weapons till you get an actual weapon that you're going to keep for end game purposes. Alright? The starting weapons that you get and the ones you're going to be ranking up from right now, you're just going to be ranking up and then selling those. Alright? Now, in here, you can unlock a Warframe straight up after you do the first mission, and that is Vuban. And most players hate Vuban. I particularly like him, but if you want Vuban, you can complete the first ranking of your standing here, get those 100 credits, and you can actually get you an actual Warframe. Now, you will not be able to make this Warframe. Yeah, like you might be able to, well, maybe I don't know, control modules. Is Venus? Yeah. Some of the stuff you require to make some of the stuff that you want, like better weapons and stuff, you're going to require to go to Venus, Mars, Mercury, those places to gather resources. Earth is not a very good place to get anything except for neurodes. And there's also little mods that here that you can get. I wouldn't worry about these. You can get these in game for the most part. Yeah.
You can't get those anymore unless you buy them off Trade Chat because Nightwave replaced the alert system that used to be.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I thought they dropped in game.
Nope.
I got a steel charge the other day. Anyway, so if you need them, they're on here. Borkatir, I believe, sells some of the ore mods also. And he comes every 2 weeks. There's corrosive projection. This is an actual good one. I would save up to the end and get as many of these as you can. And then whatever you have left, buy whatever ore mods that you want. There's also skins and helmets and that kind of like appearance items in here also for frames. And this is a random list. It's not always this. As you can see, new offerings in a day and 5 hours, and they'll change. It usually always has Vuban in here. It usually always has the Orokin Catalyst and the Orokin Reactor, and also the Natin Extract. And you will need these also, so you might want to pick up a couple of these with your credits. But you'll get more right if you go over here. There's 50, and you get more later on. You can look at the entire tier just by scrolling over. And if you're ranking up, you'll get a free one in here. You also get some free forma. This gives you 3 pre-built formas. And there's the ore forma I was telling you about. So that covers it. The basics for you guys. If you like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. If you subscribe to my channel, I'll send you notifications when I have new videos out. You guys can come check it out, see if you like it. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them what you like it. There's share tab down below. Click on the share tab, copy the link, post it on your Facebook, Twitter, wherever you do social media. If you subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit the notification bell and set your notification settings for my channels. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. I'll see you guys on the next episode. All right? See you later.